Happy Tuesday, everybody. And yes, it's the one and only Bitcoin Chris coming to you yet again. Now, I've been having a lot of audio issues recently, so I went ahead and invested into these microphones. So, hopefully, moving forward, there will be no more audio issues. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me since 2020. Even before then, when I've been telling you guys to stack your Bitcoin and chill. What I want to talk about today is a couple different things, right? First topic is going to be Bitcoin is going to be the money in the future, right? A lot of us don't seem to understand that all fiat currencies die over a period of time, right? And right now we're experiencing hyperinflation, or we're not experiencing hyperinflation. In Venezuela has experienced hyperinflation. We are experiencing slowly but surely inflation where it's affecting us over a period of time. So, as Michael Saylor would say, it's like ice cubes, right? We are saving cash, aka dollars, aka Federal Reserve notes, aka promissory notes. That's a promise to pay. And we expect this fiat currency to be the end all be all. We have people dying for this fiat currency. We got people murdering for this fiat currency. We got people slaving away for 50, 60, 70 years for fiat currency, right? And I understand, we got to make money, we got to live, we got to pay bills. However, once you understand that fiat currency dies, so the US dollar is going to die just like every other currency in the past has died. Every other fiat currency has died. So if you understand that, overstand that, understand that, then there is no point for you to be working hard and slaving for a US dollar, aka promissory note, aka Federal Reserve note, FRNs, floating rate notes, something that we simply just don't understand. However, it's a new day and age. I just came across a post where Bitcoin was at $8,000. I shared this on my Facebook stories, Facebook page back 5 years ago. It popped up on my timeline today. The memories. We all know how memories pop up on your Facebook page, right? So Bitcoin was about $8,000 at that time, and right now Bitcoin's at 80. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. What is Bitcoin at? Bitcoin is at, get the exact numbers here for you. Right, $89,000 for one Bitcoin right now. So we were a little bit lower earlier. We came all the way down to about 85. Sorry, came down to about 85, 86,000, and now we're right back up at $89,000. So you might think it's too late. You may want to buy that shitcoin, and you can, and you will probably make money off some shitcoins during this cycle because anybody can buy anything and it will go up because why? Bitcoin goes up, right? So you have to understand what's really going on behind the scenes. We got nation states buying Bitcoin. We got corporations buying Bitcoin. We got everyday people that have been buying Bitcoin. There's a lot of buying pressure right now with Bitcoin. We got BlackRock buying so much Bitcoin. We have billions of dollars in inflows to the BlackRock spot ETFs, which means they have to buy the Bitcoin. So the reason this is important is because, again, Bitcoin is going to be the money in the future. So if you can buy the the hardest asset in the currency of the future with a dying currency, then you need to understand that you probably should do so, right? You should not do it, right? You should definitely do it while you have the opportunity to do so, because there's going to be a time in a day where you won't be able to buy Bitcoin. You're going to pretty much have to work for Bitcoin. And if you have a million sats and Bitcoin goes to dollar parity, then guess what? That's going to be $1 million worth, $1 million equivalent of Bitcoin that you'll have, right? Because 100 million Satoshis are in one Bitcoin, right? So 1 million Bitcoin, uh, 1 million Satoshis, I'm sorry, would equal to $1 million if we have that dollar sat parity, right? And what's a Satoshi? The smallest unit of Bitcoin, just like how the dollar has the smallest unit, which is a penny, right? So that's how that's how it is, right? So the second thing I want to touch on is the athletes that go broke when they retire, right? These athletes, you know, you beat up your body, you're playing for years, you're making good money, but you are not financially literate and you're your financial advisors, right? Your financial advisors are trash. Sorry, hate to say it to you, hate to break it down to you. If they weren't, then when you retired, 80% of the athletes, professionally athletes, would not be broke, according to the studies, right? And you guys can look these things up. So we have Russell Okung, who took his salary in Bitcoin, and since then has exponentially grown his wealth. Now imagine if he did not do so, he would be in the same boat, or his money that he saved, right? Because British Hodl says this, right? British Hodl says that most poor people, quote unquote poor, middle class people, need Bitcoin, but he says rich people need it more. And at first I didn't understand what he was saying, because I didn't really grasp the concept, right? But now that I'm wiser, now that I've done some research, and now that I've understand or overstand what's really going on, he's absolutely right. Rich people need more, need Bitcoin more than the average individual. Even though I still agree that it probably should be both, but a little bit more for the wealthy individuals. And the reason why the wealthy need it more is because they've worked so hard, right? And they have a lot of capital, right? And Saifedean Amu said if you're losing, you know, 15% of your purchasing power each year, right, or 12%, 10 to 12%, right, each year, 10 to 15%, let's just say each year due to inflation, right? Then in 4 to 5 years, you have lost 50% of your purchasing power. Why would you continue to hold a dollar that's going to decrease your purchasing power, increase your poverty level, right? And if you have millions of dollars, that's the problem, right? This is what Michael Saylor's doing. He didn't want to have cash sitting on his balance sheet. He didn't want to buy stocks underperforming. He didn't want to buy real estate, which is underperforming. He's going to buy Bitcoin. And MicroStrategy went from like 12, $15 to now $300 today. It just hit an all-time high. Matter of fact, I can check that out right now. Let me check out Michael Saylor's stock, aka MicroStrategy, because I actually own some MicroStrategy. And that's why I said you should probably only own MicroStrategy and Bitcoin. If you want to dabble into a couple other stocks, as far as mining goes, I would say Clean Spark is an opportunity or option as well. But here we are. Let me log into here. We have $356 for MicroStrategy. So you know we have to do better. We have to learn. We have to continue to be diligent and evaluate what's really going on, and let go of our feelings and let go of what we've been told and been indoctrinated to believe over these years, right? Because what we've been told is pretty much just a lie. And so when we start to break these chains, when you take the orange pill, when you put that orange eye drops right into your eyes and you see what's really going on, then you start to realize that nothing in life is really what it seems, and everything that we've been told is a lie, and you have to operate accordingly, which is opting out through Bitcoin. The last thing I want to talk about is retirement. They're going to tell you to save in a 401k. They're going to tell you that the retirement age is 60, 65, whatever the case may be, right? Not knowing that 1 out of 5 people that retire still have to go to work because they don't make enough money from their retirement. One is because, inflation, right? Your dollar is not going to buy the same amount as it used to back in the day. Two, you're going to be taxed when you cash out your 401k. There's also fees associated. Not only that, you're going to underperform. Bitcoin. We need to start doing math. I don't know why math is such a hard subject for people to grasp, but you need to understand if I have an asset that's going to go up 100% each year on average, and then I have a stock that goes up 5, 10% a year on average, simple math says I'm going to go with the best performing asset. But for some reason, people think that it's too expensive. Some people get caught up in the unit bias. You're worried about the price of Bitcoin versus the value of Bitcoin, right? Not knowing that you can buy 10, 20, $100,000 worth. You can buy 5, 10, 15, $20 worth. You can buy whatever it is that you're comfortable with, but you need to stack up every single day. Just like El Salvador buys a Bitcoin every single day. It's like a staircase to heaven, right? how they have been buying their Bitcoin. We got Michael Saylor buying the tops and the bottoms. But overall, when you DCA, it doesn't even matter because you understand the overall goal. You understand the finality of this asset. You understand the scarcity of this asset. You understand the power of this asset, and you're not worried about any dips. Dips are blessings. Dips are for buying, not for crying. If you have sold your Bitcoin in the past 4 years due to being scared, anything non-emergency related, and you sold your Bitcoin due to being scared because the price is going down or you don't believe in it, then you have played yourself. Congratulations. Once you take your time to sit down, shut up, and read and do your due diligence on Bitcoin, then we don't seem so crazy. And then you would finally understand why everybody is so, well, not everybody, why Bitcoiners are so adamant on getting you to really, really understand what's going on with the money. You fix the money, you fix the world. So, Bitcoin Chris is here to tell you you're not too late. We are going to hit 100,000 possibly this week. And then from there, who knows where we're going to go. The point is, you need to stack as much Bitcoin as you can while you can, because there will be a day where you will not be able to trade your shitty dollars, your shitty fiat currency for Bitcoin because nobody will accept it. Okay? So, this is something that you need to grasp. And whether you understand it or not, whether you take heed or not, whether you buy Bitcoin or not, the math is going to keep mathing. The difficulty adjustment is going to continue to adjust. The miners are going to continue to mine. Fiat currency is going to continue to lose its purchasing power. People are still going to remain ignorant to the facts, even though they have a smartphone, the smartest phone that we've ever been able to have in the palm of our hands. We have technology. We have the World Wide Web. We got ChatGPT. We got so many things, but we're still so ignorant. All these smartphones and too many dumb people. I hope you understand what we're saying. I hope you understand what we have been saying. Be aware of the scammers. Be aware of the grifters. Remember who was there when Bitcoin dipped. And remember who's there. Because they're going to be the same ones who's there when Bitcoin rips. So I say that to say this. Stack away. Get your $10 free Bitcoin on swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get the Fold app. Purchase your Bitcoin, whether you do it on Swan. Don't recommend Coinbase. PayPal's better than Coinbase. Earn Bitcoin back. And it's okay if you don't, because you will earn it in the future. Because Bitcoin is the money in the future. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Peace.